you heard of the addicting drugs that grab children's eyes? Have you heard that they have the ability to control children's lives? These electronic drugs are called screens. Computer screens, cell phone screens, video game screens, and TV screens all are causing children to be addicted and are also harming their development. Unglue the eyes of your children and switch to a healthier lifestyle by controlling your electronic drugs. There is no question that screen addiction harms children. It hurts children because 1, it harms their intellectual development, 2, their physical development, and 3, their social development. First, I want to explain how screen addiction harms intellectual development. Marie Wynn, a former Wall Street Journal columnist, wrote the book Unplugging the Plug-in Drug. In this book, a kindergartner teacher complained, "During No TV Week, I noticed a difference in my class. The children were less tired, their play was less violent, and they were better listeners." This teacher from Farmington, Connecticut, noticed that even 1 week without television can improve children's grades. When children aren't focused on TV, they develop better reading habits, listen better, and also focus better to do schoolwork. In America today, there is a serious decline in school achievements because of addictions to social networking, video games, and TV. The time youth spend in front of screens needs to be controlled. A survey from Cyber Psychology and Behavior was conducted on the relationship between video gaming habits and academic performance. This survey was done in Singapore with 333 children ages 8 to 12. The findings indicated that addiction tendencies were consistently negatively related to scholastic performance. A 6th grader from Marshall, Missouri said, "Now that I couldn't watch TV or play video games, I thought of other things to do. I read all the books that I classified as boring and discovered how good they really are." When children aren't focused on their screens, they will develop amazing habits that benefit their intellectual development. Second, screen addiction also harms children's physical development. We all have heard the term couch potato. Few people question the fact that screen use is associated with obesity. Children who are dedicated TV watchers or video gamers are overweight because they eat more and exercise less while glued to the tube. Commercials continually pop up that cause children to be reminded of food, and these foods are never fruits and vegetables. If parents would turn off screens, their kids would have the opportunity to exercise more and also develop healthier eating habits. In the book Unplugging the Plug-in Drug, Marie Wynn stated that, "As for teenagers, only 10% who watch TV an hour or less a day are obese, as compared to 20% of those who watch more than 5 hours daily. The amount of hours spent watching TV is directly related to obesity." Children also hurt their physical development by dropping out of sporting activities. Children become addicted to social networking, TV, video games, and computer games, instead of participating in sporting activities, which keep them involved, healthy, and in shape. It is very important to monitor your children's screen use so they will stay physically fit and healthy. Third, screen addiction harms not only intellectual and physical development, but also social development. Loretta E. Hubbard, author of A Clash of Values, wrote that, "In 1965, parents spent an average of 30 hours per week with their children. In 1985, they averaged only 17 hours per week with their children, and this trend seems to be getting drastically worse." Because children are left alone often, they turn to alternative sources like television, videos, and video games. Kids usually watch TV or play video games alone, and too much time spent alone can foster social isolation. Social isolation can affect children for the rest of their lives and often leads to depression and sometimes even suicide. Dave Gossamer, a professor of psychology and military science, and Gloria DeGatineau, a nationally recognized educator in the field of media violence, offered evidence based on scientific studies in their book, Stop Teaching Our Kids to Kill. They claimed movies, TV, and video games are not just conditioning children to be violent and unaware of the consequences, but are teaching the very mechanics of killing. Columbine High School shooters Eric Harris and Dylan Klebold were avid computer gamers. Children who watch significant amounts of violence in video games and on TV have a greater likelihood of exhibiting later aggressive behavior and bullying. That is why it is so important for parents to step in and remove the violence their children are exposed to. As you can see, controlling children's screen time can change their lives. Children have the opportunity to perform well scholastically, stay physically fit, and have positive social relationships when they aren't addicted to screens. I challenge you today to take a right step and limit screen time. So don't let your kids be couch potatoes. Get involved in their lives by reading to them, playing sports and games with them, and talking to them. You will never be sorry that you took the time to prevent and control screen addiction. It can change your children's lives. Screen addiction harms children because 1, it harms their intellectual development, 2, their physical development, and 3, their social development.